Well, almost 30 years ago, a long-awaited reunion between Led Zeppelin's Jimmy Page and Robert Plant resulted in the live album No Quarter. It reached #2 here in Australia.
A new tour called Zeppelin Unleaded will attempt to recapture that magic. It's fronted by lead singer Jimmy Couples, mandolinist James Ryan and percussionist Matt Stonehouse, who all join us in the studio. Good morning to you all.
Good morning,
Good morning.
How are you?
Probably got this a lot, but Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes, thank you.
It's never
Happy
too
New
late.
Year. OK, so tell us, what is it like recreating this music? I mean, this is, you know, it's pretty big to recreate the music of Jimmy Page and Robert Plant.
Difficult.
That's what happened. It started off like, you know, smallish and then like got bigger and bigger and bigger because we realised the only way to you know, do it justice is...
All in.
It's
All in,
absolutely.
or nothing at all. Yeah.
So everything from the various instruments we're going to use and different players through the lighting, the sound, like everything we've really gone has to be done specifically and, you know, with care and attention.
And Jimmy, it was a very special album. Led Zeppelin went their separate ways 15 or so years before No Quarter. So how did the live performance come about?
Well, it was, as a fan of Led Zeppelin, we just couldn't wait for them to do something, to get back together. So in '94, when they did re-emerge together, it was just such an exciting time. And they got to do songs that they couldn't do as a four-piece in Zeppelin, because they had all the Egyptian quartets and string sections and orchestras. So it was amazing, you know. So we've got to try and emulate that with an 11-piece band, and it's sounding pretty good, isn't it, Matt?
Sounding pretty good.
Matt, tell us about the influence of No Quarter, because I think Led Zeppelin, there are lots of different influences throughout their career, but this one in particular, lots of different sounds as well.
Yeah, so they did there was a few takes on this. They collaborated with some string musicians from Morocco at one point and a lot of musicians from the Nile and based in Egypt. And that was put together by a percussionist, Hossam Ramzi, who was Egyptian percussionist based in London, quite an amazing drummer. And he played dahola or darbuka, they're like a goblet-shaped drum, and a lot of bendirs, the frame drums. So when you get maybe 5 or 6 bendir players, it's quite trancy, which is that real Maghrebian theme or that Middle Eastern flavour that you want. That really
We're
drives
having to be educated by the way.
Yeah.
Through this, we have been learning about these different instruments
Yeah.
and the names of them and the sounds.
And you had a very special connection to that percussionist,
So
right?
Hossam Ramzi, we knew each other quite well, and my day job is a Middle Eastern drum maker, and I made him some really beautiful drums.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So this is like coming full circle, given your connection.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a really wonderful thing.
Meant to be. Meant to be.
Yeah, because I don't think we necessarily knew that from the outset when we were trying to find some players and people that would work together really well. And then when Matt came up, and on top of that, this connection was like, OK, well, you're in. You're the guy.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah,
it was a
100%.
no-brainer.
As music fans, Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, I mean, they're obviously at the top of the game in anyone's books. Listening to the music as fans compared to tackling the music as musicians, did you find a different appreciation for them, or were there songs that you thought, that's okay, it's not my favourite, and then all of a sudden when you're playing it, you have a different take on it?
That definitely happens, yeah. I actually come from the background of probably a lot of people where I'm a fan, but not to the extent of Jimmy. Like so, and they've put out so much stuff, so I didn't know a lot of it, which was really exciting for me. You know, it's like songs that I'd never heard before, but I had to dive in really, really deep. And yeah, definitely you get this other appreciation of their songwriting, production.
Yeah.
And yeah, they really were a breakthrough act.
Yeah, groundbreaking band. Yeah.
Do you have to get yourself into a special space to try to impersonate Jimmy Page and Robert
Yeah.
Plant?
Yeah, and I think that's one thing we've worked on too. Is like,
Bottle of scotch behind the stage.
Whatever works,
they sit
whatever
in a
gets you
different
through.
Place, not the regular place. But yeah, what we're trying to do is to capture what they were about. The sound. So not just trying to like copy every little thing they did, so much as understand the style and what they put into the songs.
Kind of style. So,
Right.
yeah.
And Jimmy, the tour's not just you up on stage singing. You're bringing this whole, you know, a lot of different elements to this performance too, aren't you?
Yeah, there's an 11-piece band that we've put together, and It's sounding great, you know, it's sounding really, really good.
Well, speaking of which, let's give our audience
Oh, yes.
and audiences who go along to see you a taste of what they can expect.
Okie dokie.
What's this? Is a medley, a particular song?
Well, a minute is also, you know, the tricky thing is a lot of their songs are long.
Oh, yes, they are.
And even when we worked on trying to get a medley, we found it's so difficult because there's so much instrumental and musical parts.
Oh, yeah.
That we'd be 30 seconds in before any singing starts. So we just had to, you know, compile.
That's right.
You know, a bit of. So this is a little bit of Battle of Evermore.
Yeah.
The Queen of Light took a bow, then she turned to gold. The Prince of Peace embraced the gloom and walked the night alone. I hear the horses of thunder down in the valley below. I'm waiting for the angels of Avalon, waiting for the eastern glow. Oh, yes, Mama.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, Jimmy, James and Matt, thank you so much for coming in. And so tickets are on sale, and February is when you hit the road? Brilliant.
Futurefactory.com.
Futurefactory.com.
Excellent. Thank
Go
you
there.
so much for coming in. And,
Thanks for having
me. Yeah,
and
thanks, guys.
Thank
All
you
the
for
best.
making me listen to Led Zeppelin again, because I've absolutely loved it the past few days. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
She never needs an excuse. Okay.